Alright guys, welcome back to Urban Security Agents. Um, I posted a video earlier kind of showing my human side. A lot of it actually. Nonetheless, today we're going to talk about ricochets. I've been doing these videos about gun safety and stuff like this. I understand there's a lot more to go into security, but we deal with firearms, so that's kind of a priority. The safety of it, the knowing of it, the knowing hows, the knowings, not what to do's. Excuse me. So it's another reason why I'm doing these videos, and for public knowledge from a different perspective. All right. Um, so today it's going to be ricocheting from Wikipedia. I like Wikipedia. They're not always right, but they're not always wrong either. So that being said, let's jump into it. A ricochet is a rebound, bounce, or skip off a surface, particularly in the case of a projectile. Most ricochets are caused by an accident while the force of the deflection decelerates projectile. It can still be energetic and almost as dangerous as before the deflection. The possibility of ricochet is one of the reasons why, for the common firearm safety rule, never shoot a bullet at a flat, hard surface. Ricochets can occur at any caliber, but short or round ricocheting bullets may not produce the audible whine caused by the tumbling irregular shapes. Ricochets are hazardous of shooting because for as long as they retain sufficient velocity, ricocheting bullets or bullet fragments can cause collateral damage to animals, objects, or even the person fired the shot. So there's a lot to go into shooting other than just loading it up and firing down range. That's also something I've not discussed. Every box of rounds I get, I go through them individually and make sure there's the caliber. Excuse me. It doesn't happen often. I've had it done to me one time where I bought a box of 40 caliber rounds and ended up putting a 45 through my firearm. Now, the unfortunate part about that is it followed through, actions and everything, except for the ejection. It was a little scary, to be honest with you. But that being said, I check my rounds every single time I buy rounds. I box, bag, it doesn't matter. I check them individually, one at a time, to make sure that those are the rounds for 40 caliber. All right, so back onto it. Ricochets occur when a bullet or a bullet fragment is deflected by an object rather than penetrating and becoming embedded into that object. Ricochet behavior may vary with bullet shape, material, spin, velocity, and distance, target material, any angle of incidence. Okay, those are just a few variables that you've got to think about. Hence the reason why they say never shoot it at water. Never shoot it at a rock. Never shoot it. You see what I'm saying? A lot of this is common sense. I mean, truthfully, it's common sense. It's like when you get in your car. You start your car up, you put your seatbelt on, you put it in reverse or reverse, either which way. And the way I was taught is you turn around and look. You don't depend on your mirrors. You don't depend on a view screen. Your backup camera. Um, you turn around and you look, and then you check your mirrors to make sure that there's nothing there. Also, doing a walk around right before you get in the car, make sure your tires are good. It's stuff that should be common sense that nobody talks about anymore. You see what I'm saying? All right. Velocity. High velocity rifle cartridges have a higher probability of bullet penetration because of the increased energy released by an identical bullet may fracture or temporarily melt the target at the point of impact. Alternatively, the same energy release may melt and or disintegrate the bullet to reduce size, and the range of deflected particles. Ricochets are more likely with a handgun cartridge with low velocity. Rifle cartridges such as 22s, 22 long rifle, buckshot, and shotgun slugs have similarly, blah, 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 similarly high ricochet probability, but ricochet range of smaller shot is lower than intact rifle or handgun bullet ricochets. Bullet. Sectional density or mass of the bullet divided by the frontal area of the bullet increases penetration of resistant surfaces. Elongated, spin stabilized bullets fired from rifled firearms have a greater sectional density than spherical bullets of the same diameter made from the same material, and elongated rifle cartridge bullets have greater sectional density than short bullets of the same diameter handgun cartridges. Bullet velocity is reduced by as much as 35% by each ricochet deflection, and velocity is further reduced by air resistance as cohesive bullet fragments often produce an audible whine tumbling after losing their stability. Target material. Comparative hardness and density determines the results of collisions with bullets. Bullets tend to penetrate low density materials like air with little deflection, although friction causes rotated projectiles to drift in the direction of rifling twist as the bullet falls through the atmosphere under the influence of gravity. Ricochets may be similarly deflected in the direction of rotation of the side of a spin stabilized bullet contacting resistant materials. Dense objects tend to prevail in collisions with less dense objects, so dense bullets tend to penetrate less dense materials, and dense materials tend to deflect light bullets. Resistance to penetration can be evaluated as the sectional density of the target material along with the axis of bullet movement in front of the bullet. Metallic foil will be more easily penetrated than metal ingots, and the sectional density of sheet metal increases as orientation of the sheet diverges from perpendicular to toward parallel with the bullet path. Bullets are more likely to ricochet off flat, hard surfaces such as concrete, rock, steel, but a ricochet can occur from irregular surfaces within heterogeneous, materials, including soil, vegetation. Uniformly soft, flexible materials like sand have a lower incidence of ricochet. Though it may not be intuitive, bullets easily ricochet off water, um, like stone skipping.